I know you want to do stuff on the phone. Your team. It's our team.
What happened? You got the quiz? Yeah.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I was in the wrong Our project is called Meeting the Challenge of the Multicultural Classroom, MCMC. We're here in the Algarve for our final meeting, and the meeting is very, very successful.
Welcome, everybody. A nossa do Algarve, em conjunto, a Direção-Geral do Algarve, em conjunto com o Centro de Formação. The Regional Education Board joining the Teacher Training Center, Figraci, our Teacher Training Center. Está a coordenar o projeto MCMC. We are coordinating this project in a region level. Penso que tem sido, a Direção-Geral pensa que tem sido uma mais-valia para os nossos colegas aqui em Lagos, que participam connosco nesta aventura que é a formação de professores. And the Regional Board thinks that it will be a great value for the training process here in the region, and isso é muito importante. It is very important. Fez crescer não só alunos como professores. We are growing, so teachers and students, both UK and us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening.
I'm Dolores, and I've been on the project. My school has been on the project since the beginning, and this is about the third or fourth meeting I've been to. And I never get tired of saying this. This is mainly for our students. And I had a most delightful experience with the job shadowing program. Having a teacher working directly with my students, coming straight from London, when everything is such a melting pot. I mean, our classes are not that, are a bit of they are multicultural as well, and having that experience was wonderful.
Not only am I new to this project, but I'm new to teaching, so I'm doing a scheme called Teach First back in the UK, where you come straight from university and start teaching. You have 6 weeks training in the summer, and then you start teaching in September. So this is the end of my 7th week of teaching. So I guess I just bring that. I've come straight out of training, so all of the things that you guys work on providing are the things I've just had. And it's going to be really interesting to see how they marry up with actually what's been missed out. A lot of my training was on inclusivity, like you said, not so much about that multicultural inclusivity, so it'd be really good to learn a bit more.
Because we were talking about it just before we came in, is that the most interesting thing about this co-teaching is to realize how differently we still do things in both countries, and sharing that and trying to reach, like in our thoughts, in our discussions, try to reach a balance, both countries, but the way we deal with our students, because I think we are on different extremes.
And you have the opportunity in London to apply to this course, and here we will now develop also the publicity of this course. Here, last year we had the pilot presentation with a small group with our team of MCNC, and the results, we have some results that we can present to you. But it was only a pilot experimentation, it was the first step, and now we can deep.
Yeah, we are really putting flesh to it.
Yes.
These presentations that we have written the framework for it, so we have also, we know exactly what we expect. We don't want it to be a burden on teachers, we want it to be enriching their practice, and we want them to have a platform, if you want, to share their good practice and shout out and say, this is what I did and it really worked, and this is what Regio is about, and this we feel is teacher in service to. Some of the people on the course will have also the opportunity to present their work in the conference.
But first I would like to offer you a Portuguese experience.
Thank you.
We had a training program on project methodology and it was really in context, so training in context. It was not about languages or intercultural education, it was science education for the development of European citizenship.
We could have it with Rebecca's sponsored radio.
Perhaps. And we are thinking also.
Humanities is hard because it can be a very abstract subject. A lot of the students don't even know their local area, let alone other countries and other parts of the world. So for them to try and imagine where somewhere is, they don't even know where on a map it is.
Então, e os pais? What about the parents?
One thing that I found interesting from yesterday was that you were saying in Portugal you have to teach the parents as well. And we were talking how we think that would be so helpful.
Bem-vindos.
Bem-vindos.
Welcome. Bienvenue. Bienvenidos. Cecilia, can you come here, please? Cecilia is the teacher of Português para Todos, our national program. You already know about it. So, vou falar português. Eu queria agradecer muito a todas as pessoas do programa Português para Todos o facto de virem aqui conviver um bocadinho connosco. Ok?
O desafio é extremamente interessante ensinar estas pessoas, mas não é fácil ensinar a nossa própria língua, que é muito complicado ensinar a nossa própria língua.
So it's a very important challenge. It's very interesting to work with such a diversity, but it's also very complicated to teach our own language in such a multicultural context.
This project is made by ACD, is the Authority for Immigrants. This is a program for adult people and the Ministry of Education in Portugal have said to the regional boards to coordinate the program. And Português para Todos has begun here in Algarve in 2008-2009 with 23 schools and 23 courses. In our days, today, we have 45 courses and 25 schools.
Southwark is one of the most multicultural parts of London.
Southwark é uma das municipalidades de Londres mais multiculturais.
But it's not the only part. So today we've come to Brixton to see the work that Aculco Radio is doing with the local community.
Mas não é a única parte multicultural. Hoje nós vimos aqui a Brixton, a rádio Aculco, para ver como a multiculturalidade funciona dentro da comunidade de Brixton.
Is it the same in Portugal? Is more informal in the way that the input from the teacher?
Eu falo por uma experiência de uma escola primária, foi aquilo que eu visitei, eu sou professora de primeiro ciclo. Mas há mais proximidade para com os alunos, nós compreendemos situações que às vezes não estão planeadas e surgem da parte deles.
Eu não falei apenas de formalidade com os alunos, mas acho que todos são muito formais. Achei na escola secundária o ambiente bastante frio entre os professores e os alunos.
I'm Nick Tilsley, I'm the head teacher at John Donne Primary School. Very excited to be part of the MCMZ project with the Algarve. And it's, I think it's particularly important for us because it gives us an opportunity to break down barriers, misunderstandings really, I think, between countries. I think what it does for us is to say, actually, do you know what, we have similar issues in a different context.
I think the MCMC project has been very interesting and very appropriate for us because it is about meeting the challenge of the multicultural classroom. We have a very, very diverse school population at Dog Kennel Hill and throughout Southwark, and it's really focused us on thinking about those issues for those children and families and how we can make a difference to them.
Boa tarde, eu sou a Fátima, trabalho para Dog Kennel Hill. It's absolutely wonderful to be here with my friend Emilia and colleague from Portugal and Denise from London. E agora, Emília, vou passar assim.
O meu nome é Emília, eu sou educadora de infância, sou de Portugal, trabalho na Escola de Santa Maria há 23 anos e estou muito contente de estar em Londres e partilhar este programa com a Denise e com a Fátima.
We had a conference actually to look at multicultural classrooms in the Algarve, and that was particularly interesting because we had some of our own teachers who fed back into that conference to say, actually, this is what they had learned across the week. So useful for them, great CPD opportunities, but also useful for the people, I think, in the Algarve to reflect on what they do.
I came out to the Algarve to be part of the conference as part of this project, and had a very exciting time finding out more about Portuguese education, about how they include children from a variety of different backgrounds, what they do to value those backgrounds, and learnt a lot, some of which we brought back to put into practice at our school.
We've also got job shadow people from the Algarve back in the UK now, so that has been particularly fantastic.
Hi, I'm Vera from St John's School in Rotherhithe and I'm head teacher at the moment, and I went to Portugal in the summer and worked with Paolo, who's my job shadow partner, and Paolo has just joined us for a week in London.
Olá, meu nome é Paulo, eu sou de Lagos, sou professor numa escola EB23 e estou neste momento a fazer de job shadow com a Vera, ela é a minha parceira neste projeto. Esteve lá em Portugal no ano passado e agora eu estou aqui a fazer as mesmas funções que a Vera fez.
Our project is fantastic because it's to do with meeting the challenges of the multicultural classroom. Temos que fazer qual é o challenge da classe multicultural, and it's absolutely wonderful to be part of a project including our Portuguese colleagues and some other Southern colleagues as well.
And I think what has been really exciting is both Emilia and I, who work with younger children, appreciate that although we do things differently, there are many, many things that we do exactly the same, and that has made it a really good, strong link for both of us.
The British Council are delighted to be working with Southwark and the Algarve on their Comenius project. Comenius brings educators, teachers and young people together, and this work is an outstanding example of what can be achieved. We're delighted to be working with everyone. Best wishes to all.